These are stiff as bones, but a little bit. You can still bend it a little bit. And the idea is that I put a bit of water on it, as you can see. Put a bit of water on it. And the idea is that the clay will soak up that water and make it a lot more softer and potentially reusable. After about 20 minutes or so, the water looks like it's drying up, but it's actually being soaked into the clay, and it'll soften it up. Let it just air out, after I put water on it. And after about half an hour or so, I had to do it again because it still needed more moisture to go into it to soften it further. But what I found is that it worked with these slabs. You can see there, it's quite flexible. It's quite floppy there. But those chunks there on the right, it didn't really work out. So I thought, instead of me having to wait different amount of times and all this faff, I just need to get on with it. So I kind of scrapped the idea that I had initially of blending all this clay together and thought of something else. So what I'm going to do instead is make a vessel, which is kind of like, and then like that, which explains it really well. But yeah, it's going to be quite wide at the top, and I want I don't even know what the word is, but that bit of it to be quite shallow. So it'll be kind of like going up like that, and then explanation is rubbish, but anyway, you'll see. But I'm going to start with this piece here because it's got the widest shape of it, and I can make the biggest circle out of this piece compared to the other one. So I'm going to start by doing that, make a circle, and then I'm going to make a coral vessel. Enjoy. Just to show you, this is what I was thinking about. So I initially drawed it out, and I felt like the bottom was quite big, it was quite wide, so I thought let me make it a bit narrower, so it will be this kind of shape. I'm not really set on how the sides are going to be yet. I'm not really happy with that, but it doesn't matter, I'll kind of figure it out as I go on. And the line through means, I've never made this kind of vessel before, but what I'm thinking of is if I build up the sides, coil up the sides, and then when I'm happy that I've got the span of it, the widest point, and I'm happy with it, then I'll start to kind of curve in and do the remaining bit. So essentially it's going to be in two parts. I'm probably not going to get it all done with this today and within this video, but at least I'll show you where I've got to. As I was recording this, I was incredibly tired. I think it was just one of those days where I just wanted to be with myself and just like be completely quiet. Maybe it's because I had a bad night's sleep or something, I don't know, but I just didn't want to talk to anyone. I was in a bit of a foul mood, to be honest. And it just started making me think that I have a tendency to do this quite a lot in my day-to-day life. Whether it's like throughout the day or, just wanting to be by myself. Sometimes I feel like I'm addicted to being quiet. I know that I'm naturally an introvert, so I do get a lot of energy from just kind of being with my own thoughts, thoughtfulness, mindfulness, whatever you want to call it. But I do build back my energy again, just kind of being alone and being silent. even though I feel like my head is constantly racing and constantly talking to myself or talking to the world in my head, my internal world is vast, as you get with most introverts. That's where I kind of formulate my ideas, reflect on the world, and make sense of it. But sometimes I feel like I'm addicted to that. Like I'm addicted to just wanting to be quiet and at peace, to the point where even people that I care about, I will seemingly kind of push them away or reject them sometimes in favor of being in the quiet. I'm kind of exaggerating that point, but sometimes I feel like, actually, do you know what? I don't want to talk to you. I'd rather be quiet, or I'd rather just not have a conversation with you. And it's just interesting how I completely accept that I'm an introvert, but I'm aware that being an introvert has a detrimental effect on other people around me. I know that it can affect people around me. And I'm not doing it in a malicious way. I know that it's just the way I am. But sometimes if I look at it from an observational point of view, I feel like being an introvert, liking quiet time, can affect people around me in a good way and a bad way. I notice this a lot at work. I will really have to force myself to go into certain meetings, even when it's with people I know and I work with on the regular, even people within my team. And I really love working in my team and the people in my team. But sometimes if I'm having a catch up with one of them or several of them, I'll be like really reluctant to go. And this happens with people that I have in my team as well as other people that I have really good working relationships with. But just for the sake of the job, I'll have to force myself to meet with them. I won't be like excited to meet with them. I'll be excited to kind of be by myself so I can get on with the work that I need to get on with. And it's just, I guess it's tricky to try and find that balance as an introvert, where you have to engage with people, where you have to influence them in a positive way and motivate them to achieve what they need to achieve for the job that you're managing them to do. And it's sometimes I have to look at myself and put my feeling of being an introvert, my tendency of being an introvert aside for the sake of getting the job done or getting this task done or achieving something that I'm not used to. And being that I'm quite a moody person, putting aside my introvertness, if that's a word, is not easy. I find it really difficult. I'm so governed by my mood. Like I am today, I really wanted to just like max, relax, chillax, whatever you want to call it, and just do nothing. But I felt like I needed to get some of this piece done. Sometimes I feel like if I've got an idea in my head, I need to get on with it. Otherwise, it'll just leave me and you'll lose momentum to actually get it done. So I thought, let me just go for it. I had a bit of a change of heart at the beginning of the day. So I thought, let me just do it and not delay it any further. But not having that zest or that, feeling of I really want to get this done today. I'm enthusiastic about it. It just really made me feel like crap, to be honest. I didn't want to do anything. And I guess the thing for me as an artist is just working through that. It's not easy, having a full-time job and being able to do this on the side. And I have to kind of work through that. Discipline does come into play. Sometimes I need to be a bit more focused in what I'm doing and focusing on the importance of that over like just how I feel in the moment. Sometimes you need a kind of bird's eye view of it. But I wish I had done more today in terms of this piece, but it's probably going to be a multiple part of the series, me putting this together. Hopefully in the next video I'll be able to finish it actually. So it'll be a 2-part thing. But there you have it. I did as much as I could today, in the great mood that I was in. But there you go. What else can I do? Hope you enjoy and see you next time.